In this new technological age, our body's natural rhythms are constantly being ignored and interrupted. Yeah, and we do this with all kinds of things, like the internet, our cell phones, and just our plain old busy schedules in general. Not to mention, we often don't sleep well, and sometimes we don't eat well, and sometimes we don't make room for exercise like we should. And, all of this is making us more separate from nature, from each other, and even from our own bodies. Boy, if it's this bad now, imagine. Just get ready. The metaverse is about to explode. I'm Groovy Kim. Welcome. Hey, if you haven't already subscribed, please do so and hit that like button. That really helps me to be seen by others and maybe help someone else who could use this information and help them out in their lives. Also, by hitting the like button, it actually does help my ratings in YouTube so that my channel can be found. And it lets me know that you like my content, and it helps me to continue going on. Let's face it, a little bit of atta girl goes a long way, right? So please hit that like button. All right, as I was saying, what's really disrupting our health is our thoughts. We can blame it on the internet and cell phones and our busy schedules and all of that. But really, when you drill down, what it really is the way we are perceiving things, the way we think about things. Our minds create this massive abyss. A wise man once said this, and I can't recall who it was, but I found this to be very wise. Yeah, our minds create this huge abyss, but only our hearts can build the bridge. And it is so true for so many things, for not only relationships, but also our health. You see, when we worry, we get our thoughts going in a loop, right? We've all done this. For example, we might rehearse a conversation over and over. I'm certainly guilty of that. I think we're all guilty of that, where you just can't stop thinking about how you woulda, coulda, shoulda said something, or how someone else woulda, coulda, shoulda said it. And we go over and over that in our heads. And when we do that, it creates a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress. When we do this, it's also releasing all kinds of stress hormones into our bloodstream. And that's so unhealthy for all of your systems. We get so lost in our thoughts that we forget about the present here and now, about living right here, right now. We're so busy and caught up in what we're thinking. When we do this, we actually begin to neglect life and ourselves. And when we neglect life itself and we neglect our bodies, that means we're not nurturing it. So, when we pay attention, we show that we care. And when you actually pay attention to something long enough and you allow yourself to care about it, it allows love to come into your heart. It allows yourself the chance to fall in love. And not just people, but nature itself. You are able to fall in love with nature and with others. And I know a lot of people actually have a hard time in relationships and allowing themselves to accept love from others. When you practice this, and you will become more present in your life, and more present in your body. We walk around in kind of a trance, and we need to wake up from this trance that we're in, because it makes us unhealthy. We need to reconnect with our aliveness, our spirits. We lose this connection, and it actually causes unhealthy situations. When your anxiety level rises, like I say, those stress hormones then begin to surge into your bloodstream. And when you keep a constant level of that, all of that cocktail of stress hormones running through your system, if that's a constant in your life, which I know, geez, it is for so many of us, that constant cocktail of hormones, stress hormones, actually cause inflammation, and it leads to all kinds of diseases. You name it, it will cause it, including autoimmune disease and cancer and all kinds of horrible, nasty things that we don't want to subject ourselves to, right? So we need to literally return to our bodies, so we can return to health. We get lost in our thoughts with our everyday lives, and we actually forget to do this. So, during the day, it's really important that you return to your body. Make a conscious effort to do so by breathing in slowly, and make sure that you add love and kindness to your thoughts when you do this, without judgment. No judging, just pure kindness and love. Exhaling slowly. And it's important to learn how to hug and mean it. Now, this has always been almost a sore subject with me. I'll tell you a little story. When I was younger, I can remember on holidays and occasions when I just knew that the relatives would be showing up, right? I would actually hide in my room. I didn't want to be hugged. I just didn't. Now, peeling back the onion layers in my situation, I know now why that is. It's because I come from an alcoholic family. And this was awful to me, to have to smell on my relatives' breaths. Their alcoholic breath was disgusting to me as a child. And even though they were trying to be loving, an alcoholic slobbering all over you is not fun. And how can you equate that with real present love? Talk about not being present. Okay, so as a little kid, I actually reviled hugs. I couldn't stand it. I didn't like it at all, except from my own mother, of course. I've always been tight with Mom. Love you, Mom, if you're watching. But everyone else, the grandmother, the grandfather, my father, you name it, the aunt. I had a lot of alcoholics in my family who wanted to slobber all over me. And I couldn't stand it. Now, that might not be your situation. Maybe you have a different reason why you have a hard time being hugged, if you do. Some of you may absolutely love to be hugged and are a good hugger. And if you are one of those people, I envy you. That's wonderful. You know, that is really wonderful. It is good for you. So keep it up. And I'm proud of you, really. So what I've been working on is learning to appreciate a hug. You know, you have to learn how to actually feel it when somebody is hugging you and means it, and mean it in your heart back. Really receive it and feel it. I know I didn't do that for the longest time. I didn't feel anyone's hug. All I could think of is, when's this going to be over? I know that's terrible, but I actually did. And, you know, maybe some of you can relate. And if you can, that's terrible. I'm sorry. So, yeah, we really need to work on that, because that is a big, giant step in learning how to let love in, because that's how you nurture your body and talk your cells into healing. If you have been battling with things like autoimmune disease, a cancer, or anything that is so-called, you know, incurable, or something that's chronic, let's put it that way. Anything that's chronic that just doesn't go away and has been plaguing you, or you've been told will plague you the rest of your life, anything like that. It sounds really crazy, I know, but learning to just hug is a form of learning to allow love into your heart. And another great way to begin the battle, and I mean battle, of getting your health on track. And it's a battle because, again, our thoughts. So instead of battling our thoughts, we need to learn to become friends with our thoughts and catch them when we're thinking icky things like, oh, don't want to be hugged right now. Here they come. They're coming in. Oh, they did it. They hugged me. They got their arms around me. Instead of those thoughts, practice going something more like this. Oh, here they come. Yeah. Oh boy, that was the old me. Okay, I'm trying this on. Here they come. And take a deep breath and breathe in and just really feel it. After all, that person or pet has love in their heart too. And they're deserving of receiving it back from you, right? So when you hug someone, practice breathing in. I feel your aliveness, you know, and your very being, and really feel it. And then in your hug, when you exhale, practice breathing out, you are so precious to me. Now, you know, this goes for people and loved ones you care about and your pets, but it also goes for you, yourself. Now, if you feel silly hugging yourself, oh, well, okay. I highly recommend it, though. Just feel it for a minute. Just appreciate your spirit. You know, you've made it this far, kiddo. But if that feels funny, go like this. Feel your heart. Feel it beating. Send it kind, loving, warm thoughts. Just kindness. I invite you to do that. Just stop during your day when you find your mind racing. Just stop. Take a breath. I feel you. I feel your spirit. I'm giving you love and kindness right now. And breathe out. Yeah, you are precious to me. Heart energy is very real, and it penetrates. It lets the other person you're hugging, it lets them know and feel your love. It lets them know that they are appreciated, and lets them feel that they're being nourished by your love. And like I say, at first it can feel really unpleasant when you start allowing yourself to really feel love and really let it in. But with practice, you'll actually find that your heart begins to expand. And you'll also find that there's a whole lot of room in there for a lot more. And as that happens, your curiosity will begin to peak. And it feels good after all. It feels really good to love and to be loved. And the more you do it, the more you want it. The more you want more of it. And it piques not only your curiosity, but your sense of wonderment of just how powerful love is. A total sense of wonder. It's absolutely amazing. It's so amazing that you'll begin to start to do it. The more you practice, you'll begin to start to do it all the time without even knowing it. Giving love freely, right? And the reason why it's so good to practice this on purpose until you become it is because you're actually rewiring your brain when you practice this. You're rewiring your brain to be more accepting of love and to allow it into your heart and into your life. And it just becomes easier. And as a byproduct, your body becomes healthier. I highly recommend applying this to absolutely everything, including yourself. When you do this, it awakens your senses back to life. You get your head out of the internet for a while, or out of TV, or your day-to-day issues, whatever that may be, whatever it is you're worrying about or looping in your brain, all of it, all of the busyness. Take a minute to slow down and awaken your senses. Dissolve that trance that you've been in, that we've all been in. Another really cool byproduct of practicing this is that it actually installs more empathy. We could all use more of that in today's world. Your body already naturally knows how to love. It already belongs, it knows innately that it belongs to the light and that it belongs to nature, to spirit. Your body already naturally knows this. It knows how to heal itself. You cut yourself, it automatically starts healing. Your body knows how to make love. Your body knows how to give birth if you're female. Your body automatically, already, instinctively knows love. But, like I say, we tend to leave. We tend to take off in our minds. We just leave our bodies. we become disembodied. We become disembodied with anxiety, hatred, distrust, depression, sadness. All of these looping feelings disembody us, because that's not what our body wants to do, but that's what our thoughts are making it do. Does this make sense? So it's our thoughts that are blocking the love that's clearly abundant all around us. It's our thoughts that block this love and ultimately makes us suffer. Brothers and sisters, I invite you to come back to breath. And remember, you are home. Here, in the present now. Allow yourself to pause a minute and just check in with yourself. Ask yourself, what's keeping me from feeling love and from feeling at home in my own body? This thought, brothers and sisters, might be unpleasant if you explore it a minute. Or it might even be a little bit scary. Maybe you didn't ever allow yourself to check in like that and ask yourself, what is keeping me from accepting love or giving love freely? Like I say, it might be scary, but allow yourself to instead change your perception just a hair, just enough to allow yourself to think of it as an adventure. Yeah, an adventure is really groovy. You know me, I like groovy. Groovy, by the way, means that it's in the groove. It's got rhythm, right? It's got flow. No resistance. No static. It's coherent. It's groovy. So exploring things like this, like what is keeping me from accepting love and giving love? If you think of it as an adventure, you'll notice it begins to soften your perspective. It's where fear lives, but it's also where the mystery is too, right? And that's really groovy. So try it with me a minute. Soften your face, soften your neck and your shoulders, and just be in the moment. Stay in the unfamiliar moment. And just explore yourself for a second. Giving yourself some loving kindness. Yeah, put your hand on your heart. Or maybe even hug yourself and just send some love. Send some love to your heart. Your heart has lots and lots of neurons. It feels. So feel your aliveness and your spirit and feel just how precious your life really is. Feel how your beating heart is in there, working for you, taking care of you. It's so precious. Send it love. Think of those others who you love and care for. And send love in your thoughts to them. And the next time you see them, hug them really, really, with the intention of letting love flow. Meaning, allow yourself to feel it. I just had a silly thought, you know me, the comedian. When I say really feel it the next time you hug your friend, I don't mean, you know. Oh, wow. No, I mean, let your heart really feel it. Like, you know, this is my fellow human being here, and we're all in this together, this thing called life. And yeah, it is precious. And the next time you hold your cat or your dog or any pet, or walk through your garden, anything that you hold dear, send it love and kindness, intention from your heart. Make a habit of going outside often. And when you go for your walk, don't just walk. Look around. Smell the roses, as they say. I know that's a really old cliche, but it's for a reason. It's been around forever for a reason, because it's important. Take the time to look at all that nature has. It's the embodiment of love. Take the time to really soak it all in, and with all of your senses, sight and smells and sounds, and really take it all in and feel just how precious it all is, and your heart will expand. I keep getting the vision of the Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Remember when his heart expands times 3? Yeah, like that. Send out penetrating love, penetrating, loving intentions. A kindness wave. Let it vibrate all around you. Let it vibrate and become you. Practice catching your egoic self and thoughts. Practice returning your thoughts back to your body. And in the present here and now, take time every single day. Find time to notice something precious and feel the gratitude and love for it. Practice catching your egoic thoughts. That ego that keeps you in a loop and keeps you worrying and stressing over things. Practice returning to your body and giving it love and kindness, so that we can have our best possible chance at health. And it also creates a more happy life. That's a good byproduct, I'd say. So brothers and sisters, I recommend going outside and do it often. Walk around. And not only is it good for your heart and your lungs to get some fresh air, but it's good for your thoughts and your mind. Allow yourself to feel the love that's all around you, that's in nature. Nature is the embodiment of love if you just allow yourself to pay attention. Take time to really just soak it all in and feel the gratitude. Yeah, so let's send out a penetrating love and kindness wave. Yeah. And let's make it vibrate all around us in this big bubble, right, of kindness and love. And carry yourself throughout the day, knowing that this kindness, loving, vibrating love bubble that you created, right, is around you. It nourishes you. Practice it and you'll see. I know I'm a much better person. I'm better to be around. I'm better to myself. And it reflects in my health. Hugs. Hugs are groovy. Hugs are groovy too. Yeah, yeah. Kisses. Kisses are groovy too. You know what else is groovy? You are. Thanks for watching.